Oh.
Yo, welcome back to the lunch table. Food for thought. I'm Nico. Blitz. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't gotta tell you where the fuck to look at it. You already know where it is. Shout out to my next guest. I literally just got an email maybe like a week ago, and then we set it up. Found out she's half Filipino. She has this song right now called "You Tried It." She has a video called "Just My Type," and she has Marlon Wayans on it and Rob Schneider. And I was just like, what the hell is going on right now? It didn't make sense. Shout out to my next guest, Tiana Kocher. What's up?
What's up? I'm so excited to be here.
Did I pronounce that right? Kocher?
No, you didn't. It's Kocher.
Kocher.
But you actually like said it the way everybody else says it.
Okay.
Everybody says kosher or kocher.
But it's Kocher.
But it's Kocher.
Okay.
It's German. Like,
That's so funny. Because you know what I was going to say? I was listening to your song Swing Batter. And basically it's like this metaphor in which you're playing baseball or softball. I think you played softball in high school.
I did play a bit.
I did a lot of research. But I was like, oh, that's kind of cool because her last name's Kocher. And she was talking about like
a coach.
Right. And I was like, this is tight. But now I'm wrong.
No, but it's funny because like my best friend, one of my best friends, still to this day says kosher.
That's crazy.
So,
well, shout out to your best friend for not ever understanding your last name.
Never.
But I mean, I get you because my last name's Trianfonte. So ever since I was a kid up until to this day, people still can't spell it right unless you've known me for that long.
Right. How do you spell that?
Triunfante. It's like the Spaniard way of saying triumphant.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Shout out to them.
Right.
You know?
Thank you. Thank
it's
you.
Filipino American History Month, by the way. So
is it?
It is. You didn't know? Come on, dude.
I didn't know.
Come on.
I didn't know.
You gotta know about like Lapu Lapu and
I know about all of them. I know about all of them. But I didn't know that this month was Filipino American.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, I think it's something that it's still fairly new because it didn't get registered into the United States up until, I want to say, 2011. So it's really recent.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I only moved here last year.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Because you were born in Manila, right?
Born and raised.
Okay.
Yes.
How long were you in Manila before you went on to do school and all that?
I left home at 17. So I left Manila at 17. Yeah. Lived in the UK for 2 years.
That's cool.
Right?
That's ill.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I came here last year.
So wait, how are you? Wait. You're 20?
I'm 20.
I had to do the math hella quick. Damn, you're so young still.
I am. I'm a baby.
Yeah, you are a baby.
Yeah.
But you decided to leave the Philippines to go to the UK.
Yeah.
That's a huge jump because I'm from the Bay and I just went to LA. Like, it's not that far, but.
My sister lives in the Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, but growing up, like, my dad's family, they're all from San Diego. So I'd come here often, like, California.
Got you. Okay. So then I'm assuming 17 years, like, you are super heavy with Tagalog. Or is that your native tongue?
It's not. I grew up speaking English, and I can speak Tagalog, but it's like, if I can I, like, get mad at someone in Tagalog? No. But can I, like, order food, like, directions and, like, whatnot in Tagalog? Yes.
Oh, no. This is how you do it, just
with the lips.
You know what I mean? Just point with your lips. That's how you know somebody's Filipino.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm doing, like, a whole bunch of research on you. And funny enough, on Google, if I just type in your name, the next word that comes after that is parents. So I was so interested, and I was just like, wait, well, who are her parents?
Right. I think, yeah, it's definitely an interesting one.
It's a very interesting story.
Because every time, like, you're not the first person that said that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well.
Like, every time people Google me, it's always Tiana Kocher or Tiana Kocher parents or Tiana Kocher wiki, like Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That's always, like, the three that come up. But I think people just want to know my mix. I think that's always it.
Well, so for the record, what are you? You're Filipino and
German? My mom and both my parents have Filipino blood, but I have Spanish from my mom and German from my dad.
Wow, that's interesting. So you're Filipino, Spanish, German.
Yeah.
Can you speak like Spanish or German?
No.
No.
I mean, I took Spanish in high school, but that was, Spanish in high school is not
yeah,
really
like
Spanish.
I took Italian in high school. I forgot everything, like, except for arrivederci.
But my grandma's fluent, and all of my siblings can actually speak Spanish very well. But
yeah. Well, speaking of your grandma, huge history. Right? Mm-hmm. Am I right? Because literally I interviewed somebody yesterday and there was so much information about them on Google. She was like, well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. So, Tita Midz? Right. That was your grandma? No?
No.
Google is crazy.
Who's that?
Really?
But
I have, it's funny because I have like this whole ass section right here saying that she was your grandma. You got to fact check everything on Google. That's nuts.
What's her last name?
Let me see.
Like Lola Armida? Is that like her?
Yeah.
That's my grandfather's sister.
Got
so
you.
She is like my
Armida.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's my great aunt. Is that how you?
Yeah.
Is that the correct term?
Yeah. So your grandpa's sister.
My grandpa's sister.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she's like her. She's like really big.
Well, yeah. Just to put everything into perspective, right? Like, she got into the music scene, and she actually had this primetime music show called Awitang Kita, which ran for 34 years. And I was like, 34 years? That is crazy. And so I'm looking at your lineage. I'm like, okay, so there must be, like, a lot of musically inclined people in your family. A lot of music
from my mom's side, because my mom's mom was also a classical opera singer.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, that's ill.
And a lot of my cousins are in, like, musical theater back home, but I'm kind of the only one that really ventured into, like, mainstream pop and R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're all, like, classically trained. All of them.
But, I mean, how'd you even get into that? Because even for the times when I've went back to the Philippines, they're just so late on music.
They are.
So
everything's a ballad, like, nothing's, like, super... You know what I mean, though?
Everything's just sad.
Like, if you can't, like, belt, like, they're kind of look at you and they're like... That's,
That's not music.
Right. Like, if it's not, like, those, like, kids that, like, are singing, like, they get on to Ellen or, like, Oprah because they can, like, do a Whitney Houston song. Then it's like, we'll pass. But that's why I kind of ventured over.
But how did you find pop music, though?
How? It's funny because I'm actually trained with musical theater. That's what I went to Cambridge for in the UK, is for musical theater. But I think it's the music that my parents always listened to growing up, because I'd always come home and my mom would always have, like, R&B playing, like Tamia, Aaliyah, Brandy, and my dad would always have jazz playing. So I always, like, absorbed, like, the rhythm and blues. But I still always had the appreciation for classical music and musical theater because I, like, my grandma and like, my grandfather's sister and my cousins, like, everybody's a singer. Like, they had a family reunion, like, two years ago, right? And, like, everybody sang, basically. But I couldn't go.
Your family karaoke nights must be super lit.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Ate Ina. Shout out to Ate Ina, because she's the one.
She gets 100 every single time on the magic mic?
She gets more. Like, she gets the neighbors saying... Let's sleep.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, let's chill.
Exactly.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke song. What's my go-to karaoke song?
Man.
It's. I think it would be either like Norah Jones, or Crying Bailey Ray.
Okay.
Or like even Maroon 5. Sunday Morning.
Oh, hey, fair enough.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I didn't know that one. I didn't know that one. Okay, Sunday Morning.
But Crying Bailey Ray is Put Your Records On, you know?
Mm-mm.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song.
People always sample that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's one, and Norah Jones is like another, like, easy flowing. Yeah.
R&B wise, who were you looking up to?
Back in the day or now?
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Oh, like anyone with like one name.
Tamia.
Tamia, Brandy, Monica, who else? Aaliyah. Love her.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. And all like the bands like SWV, TLC, In Vogue, all that.
Shoo, In Vogue?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
I like you.
Right? And even like Keisha Cole, Faith Evans, But like more like now, like Kehlani, JoJo, Summer Walker, Kiana Lede.
Oh, yo, the Summer Walker album's so fire.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And to think that was all just her and London on the track blows my mind.
And to think that she got Usher to hop on the remix
right.
to his own song.
Right.
I'm like, bruh, that's crazy.
Right.
Like, we haven't had... It's crazy. I've had this conversation multiple times where I feel like when the 2000s hit, that's when R&B was probably at its most prominent, right? And then Drake came along and was like, yo, I'm going to do R&B and rap. And then this past...
And then Bryson Tiller...
Yeah,
and it just,
I mean, it wasn't until probably about 2016 where I'm actually starting to feel again like, yo, R&B is like really coming back because it was absent for a minute.
Oh yeah, like have you heard like JoJo's new track?
Yeah, it's called
She released
it's called
one
like
yesterday.
Joanna or something, right? Yeah.
Joanna was like a couple weeks ago, and then she released one yesterday featuring Chica.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah.
You need to listen to it.
See,
good.
So I have this prediction, right? In 2020, I feel like R&B is gonna be the biggest genre in the world.
Oh yeah.
You think so?
100%. Oh yeah, it's coming back.
For sure.
And I'm so glad that I can kind of just like be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely are a part of it. I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of your songs deal with like breakup and relationships and all that. And I feel, like at the end of the day, I feel like that's what R&B really. That's
where it came from.
Yeah.
Like the just the rawness and like the emotions. That's where it came from. And yeah, I just like what I like about R&B is that if you really like listen and like read the lyrics, it's just like it's so good. It's so good.
Well, I think where you kind of have a one-up is the fact that you can make, I guess, a record where the lyrics would be reminiscent of R&B, but you can put it over a beat that's just so dynamic, therefore making it a lot more popular for the mainstream.
Right.
Did you have to like craft that? Did you have to like think about that?
In terms of the writing?
In terms of the writing and trying to figure out like, okay, how can I put my message out there in not such a mellow way?
It kind of just like came because I only started writing recently because the management that I was with before, like I didn't really have that much of a say with anything. So they were just like, here's a song, record it. So anything from You Tried It onwards, I have like a part of me in, which is why like I'm so excited to release, more music that's more me. But it honestly, like I didn't really think about it. Like it all just came out, which is like crazy for me because like I didn't know that I had that in me until I started writing.
Did you feel a little bit trapped being in a situation where they're just like, here's like some lyrics, here's a beat, and you're gonna have to do this?
Absolutely. And it was so hard for me to perform these songs because like when I perform, like if it's my song, like obviously like I have emotion when I'm singing it, so it'll read to the audience. But because I'm singing someone else's song, that's not necessarily meant for me, like that I can't really like relate to. I felt like a huge disconnect. Yeah. Which then my audience can see because I'm not like fully into it. So I think it's so important for artists to really be a part of the process and to really like be a part of the writing.
I feel you. So I'm assuming that you've had that moment where you've been on stage and then performed a song and just the crowd wasn't necessarily like reciprocating.
Oh, 100%. Like they were like, singing with me, but I recently opened up for A$AP Rocky during his show in Manila.
Quick flex, just but no big deal.
It was a great crowd. It was great to be home performing my first ever show in the Philippines. But it wasn't that they weren't responding. Like they were a great crowd. Like they were cheering me on. But it was when I was singing, I was just like, it kind of just hit me, and I was like, why am I singing this?
It's like you don't believe it.
No.
That's not insane. Yeah. It's kind of interesting now because now I'm thinking from like the artist perspective who gets a lot of songs written for them and like pitched to them.
And it's more than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I work with a lot of songwriters.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're writing for Camila Cabello, we're writing for so on and so forth. And I'm just like, taking your perspective, I'm wondering if they go through those same motions. Like, what's the tipping point for them to actually believe what they're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, because I think also, like, when you're in that kind of a platform, when you have, like, actual millions of followers and, like, you get on that stage and everybody there knows you, it's different because you also feed off of them.
Yeah.
But when you're kind of just up and coming and just starting and, like, you have to really engage the crowd, it's a different, kind of
Well, it's like they're going to get that energy as soon as, like, the tour is announced.
Right, and I mean, sold out show, they're going to be like, heck yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I feel you. So back to that show, though, how did you end up opening up for A$AP Rocky?
It just happened.
It
really
Yeah, did. I just walked into the stadium and said, you want to perform?
No, like the event organizers just kind of like hit up my team. They thought it would be a good idea to have like someone that's like fresh and like new and that hasn't really like, done anything in the Philippines yet. It's just like a little piece of home.
Yeah.
To be, opening up for A$AP Rocky. And I thought it was like, heck yeah, let's do it. That would be super cool. Nice guy. Such a great guy.
Oh, so you did meet him?
Yes. Yeah.
What was the convo like?
We were just like, he was like, how are you? Like, let's just like.
And that's legal in the Philippines. Nothing.
Oh,
what? Nothing. Nothing happened. Anyway, so what was that conversation like with A$AP Rocky?
He's honestly such a nice person. Like, he was like, yeah, his whole team's so nice. Like, I talked to his manager, talked to his DJ. Even his bodyguard, like they're all so nice. Like we were all just in like kind of like one table together, like all the performers, because it was me and then another group called Careless.
Okay.
Who are like a bunch of rappers from back home. And yeah, we were all just like having fun. It was honestly just like, it was such a good experience.
Yeah.
I'd so do it again.
One of many more, I'm assuming.
I'm praying.
I gotta ask you, what is the music scene like in the Philippines? Because I've felt like there's a little bit of a disconnect.
There is, from like the really, really mainstream pop, from like the underground. And I love supporting like independent artists like myself.
Yeah.
Like all I listen to really like is a lot of like, people that are up and coming, like people that like their stuff is in the top 40s. Like I just like, because like you really hear and like you can see like their passion, their drive, it really translates with their music.
Yeah.
And like you see the effort they put into it because of all the emotion, like I said, that they have, as opposed to, like other artists who just like show up. But it's, I didn't really listen to like music, like Filipino, like they call it OPM.
Yeah. Original Filipino music.
Yeah. Up until I met these guys like that opened up for A$AP Rocky as well, and I was like, this is so good.
Yeah,
they're so good. Like this guy named Messiah, like his flow is insane.
Oh, you're putting me on right now. Messiah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you everything.
No, for sure,
but like this, they're all part of this group called Careless, and they're really good.
Well, I've had this conversation about what it really means when people say, like, we're both Filipino, right? And if somebody looked at us and be like, well, they're Filipino artists, so they must make Filipino music. But it's like, what does that really mean, right? The reason why I bring this up is because, have you ever heard of Karencita? So she's like a pop singer from Cebu.
I have. Okay, so I went to this bar back home, and then I was with someone, and they were like, oh, that's Karencita. And I'm like, it's like Filipino rap.
Yeah.
Or like Cebuano.
Cebuano
rap. And I was like, this sounds so cool.
Yeah.
But I just didn't understand it. But I was like, this is fire.
Yeah, it is fire. Yeah. And, to my point, like, that's kind of like a mixture between, Karencita is like a mixture between, like, pop and rap. You yourself, you're more a mixture of, like, pop and R&B.
Yeah.
Even if we go back, there's this rapper named Glock 9, and he was just, like, super rap. And you look at all of them, and you can't really look at it and be like, oh, well, they're all Filipino, so they make Filipino music.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make sense at that point. It's like, well, if one's a rapper and one's a pop singer and one's like an R&B singer, it's like...
Just the Philippines in general is a very diverse, like, country. It's, I mean, it's been conquered by, like, how many countries? So you really get, like, a mix of, like, you know, everyone. Like, the actual Tagalog language. It's a mix of everything. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's like a melting pot. You know, I just, like, it's like you can't pinpoint exactly, like, one thing. Like, it's really, like, such a mix of...
It is.
You know?
I mean, honestly, something that I learned this month, just looking at, like, an 8-minute YouTube video, we were conquered by, like, the Negritos from Japan. Mm-hmm. I think even, like, Indonesians, Spaniards, like, they all came in. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't help but think, but, like, wait, so do Filipinos actually exist? Or are we just, like, a melting pot of hella cultures and someone just decided to call it the Philippines?
Exactly. Because there's islanders and then there's, like, the Chinese Filipinos that you call Chinoys. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Spanish Filipinos, like the Mestizos and the Mestizas. Mm-hmm. And then there's, like, the Philams. And then there's just so many. There's like...
Wow, so the disconnect isn't even in the music then. It just seems like a whole cultural thing. Like I feel like at this point now, just having this conversation, I feel like we just haven't, I don't know, banded together because of so many cultural differences within those 8,000 islands. Mm-hmm.
7,107.
Oh.
7,106.
My bad.
High time.
My bad.
Right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like just a melting pot. Like, there's Filipinos everywhere as well, which is like the actual like population of the Philippines. Well, you can go everywhere.
So you didn't go to my event this past Wednesday. I'm still kind of butthurt about that. It was like a Filipino mixer event.
There was one.
Yes, I was mad. Nah, but it's all good. It's fine. Okay. But
I'll come to the next one.
You better, dude.
I'll come to the next one.
Better.
Have you been to this Filipino restaurant here called Tatang?
Oh, there is one here?
Oh my god!
Can we just go there after?
It's so good. It's so good. I just stumbled across it like a couple weeks ago, and it's actually like has a really good rating on Yelp. And I'm like really picky about like my Filipino food because I'm not gonna like I don't want it to be like whitewashed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's like your favorite Filipino dish?
Adobo.
Okay. Fair enough.
Adobo and palabok.
You get down with the sisig?
I do, but I stopped eating red meat. But they have a chicken sisig, so...
I didn't even know that existed.
It's
That's
like
fire.
Literal like chicken skin. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've ate 2 bananas this morning, so I'm hungry as hell right now.
You should go.
Where were we going before we got on this tangent about food?
We talked about music,
culture.
Oh,
so back to my event, right? So I was... back to the event that you didn't go to. No, I'm just playing. But like... I'm talking to a lot of the people from, like, ABS-CBN over there and even, like, people from, like, competitor radio stations and whatnot. And I couldn't help but think, but, like, we're in Los Angeles where it's a highly Hispanic-speaking market, right?
Yes.
But there's a lot of Filipinos, like, in the media who are just kind of, like, we're just subtly there, but nobody really knows we exist.
There's a lot of Filipinos that are in the top 40s right now that people don't know they're Filipino.
Shout out Sweetie. Her. Shout out Guap Dad 4000. You don't know Guap Dad 4000? Come on, man.
Who is that?
I'm just playing. See, because you knew the Careless group, right?
Okay, yeah.
So then...
See, like, I just found out, like, a couple days ago, I was in a studio session. They're like, oh, have you heard of Lil Booty Call? And I was like...
Yes.
Lil Booty Call.
Yes.
There's a rapper named Lil Booty Call.
Wait, is he Filipino?
No, but I was just like... I was just like, there's, like, that's wow. Yeah, and there's a Lil Durk, and I was like, huh. All these names, and I'm like,
but
cool.
You know, like, to your point, like, people don't even know, like, the Filipinos are just, like,
people didn't know
there.
Rob Schneider was Filipino.
Yeah.
No clue.
Well, that's why when you put him in the video, I was like,
yes.
That makes me really happy.
No, and I don't know if you saw in the music video, but, like, in the jerseys that the football players were wearing, like, I put, like, you know how, like, every country has an area code? It's like USA is +1, Philippines is +63. I put, like, Manila as the city and 6'3" as the number. There's always like little nuggets of like my heritage, and like I try to put like in all my videos. Like for my video for Paint the Town, the one that we did in Vegas, there was like a bowling scene, and the pins said Manila. I always, you know, bring a little piece of home.
Try to like integrate
in everything I do.
I love that. You know, going to the Just My Type video, how did you? First of all, I'm going through like the comments, and then a lot of people were saying like, "Who else is here from the ad?" And I'm just like, "What ad?"
No, I know. I don't know.
You don't know what that is?
I don't know what ad it was.
That's weird. Well, okay. So then my follow-up question is, how did you get Marlon Wayans and Rob Schneider in that music video? On top of that, you did a Back to the Future scene,
theme.
like dead at the end.
Like, and it was like the actual like car.
The car.
Like it was like signed.
Yeah.
Like,
how did all of that come together?
The directors, they just made it happen. I know. Shout out to Ali and Zeus, but we just like wanted to go big or go home for this one. It's like the first thing we were gonna put out, and so we were like, what can we do? And we were like, ooh. I had like all these crazy ideas, and we were like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Just call it Marlon Wayans right now.
Exactly, and both of them are such nice humans.
Yeah.
Great. They're great. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you got to chop it up with them too.
Oh yeah, like we were just like watching like everyone else do their scene while we had some downtime. We were just talking about like me and Rob. Like he was like, oh yeah, my mom's from this place called Baguio. And I'm like, I know where that is. I've been there. I picked some strawberries there. And yeah, he's like such great humans. And they're like, you know, thanks for bringing us on. And I'm like, of course.
Damn.
And I like me.
It's like, thanks for coming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. But such nice people. And I'm like, just because back then I was so new in the industry, like whenever I met like somebody that's like famous, I was like, I really hope they're nice.
Yeah.
I really do. Turns out they all are. And it's just like, you know, other people's perceptions that, you know, are just.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You know, I was just on my guy, Mike Beasley's Instagram, and I think he's in like Scotland or something. He was like, he filmed this like 12-year-old kid in like a beer drinking competition. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy to me how outside of the United States, like
it's really just the United States.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, you can buy beer in Spain at 16, right? Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Go for gold, do whatever you want. But yeah, in the UK, went to school there for 2 years. It was lit. Best years of my life. It was fun. And then all of a sudden I came back to the country where I wasn't legal again.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to incriminate you while we're in the United States right now. Shout out to the U.S. justice system and whatnot. I got to ask you, I've had this conversation with a Nico because, you know, his dad was actually like a famous actor, singer in the Philippines, right? And he was talking to me about how in the Philippines he would be treated a little bit differently because of his lineage, and you know, people kind of have expectations for someone 100%. Like of that family. So you know, you growing up with a very like musically inclined and I guess famous in a sense in the Philippines, like what was it like for you growing up with all that pressure, if you had that?
I always made it. It was like growing up in the Philippines. My life there is very different than my life here. I always made it a point to look decent. Like every time I went out of my house, I was like, you never know who you're going to run into. Mm-hmm. I mean, you never know who you're going to run into here too, but people here are like more chill about it. But they're like, if you're kind of in that scene, like all eyes on you. You know, because it's so small, like Manila in general, like everybody knows each other. Like things spread like a fire. Yeah. Like it's like that quick. So there was always that pressure of like looking good, making good music, making sure you're hanging out with the people that have clout. You know?
That's crazy.
Like if I just wanted to do like a simple errand, like I had to make sure I looked good from head to toe. But here I wake up, I gotta go to Ralph's, I'm in sweats.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
I'm in sweats. I go to that CVS over there get a lemonade. I'm hat on, beanie on, whatever. But there, like, I always, like, have to, like, you know, kind of flex with, like, what I'm wearing because, you know, everybody's flexing and, like...
Was there any, like... Are there any, like, crazy stories you have from back in the Philippines where you just walked out and then just... I don't know, people bombard you or people just, like, all up in your face?
Thank God, no. But I have seen it happen to, like, certain people. And I'm like... You know, it's the life that we choose. But sometimes, like, even just walking here and, like, there was one time I saw, like, back in the day, like, when One Direction was still together, I just saw them walking and you know, just all these girls, like, run up to them and, like, I think people kind of forget that we're, like, human, too.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel you.
So I'm just like, dang, you know, they just wanted to get some ice cream.
Yeah.
like they just wanted to walk out with a cone.
And then everyone wants to pull up with their phones and try to get clout and just fucking like, all right, I'm going to post this now.
Right. And what's like, I watched, I love Harry Styles. So I was in the UK, I watched his concert there, and I was like, for my birthday, I was like, Mom, can I please watch his concert in Manila as well? So I went, I flew home for his concert, and I kind of just compared, like, I've watched concerts in different countries. In the Philippines, everybody has their phone out for the entire concert. But here, like, I watched Chris Brown a couple days ago.
Oh, were you in Anaheim?
No. Staples
Center, okay.
Anaheim's too far.
Yeah. I was there, and I was just like, bro, this shit's hella far.
I was like, oof, maybe not. And I watched Elton John and John Mayer. And people were just, like, appreciating the music. And I really respected that. And I was like, I would want to perform to, like, a crowd that just, like, you know,
is focused.
Call and response.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, it's different everywhere you go. But I was literally being shoved in the Harry Styles concert.
Well, that's why, you know, that's why being in concert situations now, because me being in radio, first and foremost, quick flex, I'm at hella concerts for free.
Right.
But whenever I do see, like, a crowd just not, like, they're there, but they're not actually paying attention.
They're not present.
Like, people, I feel like nowadays people will go to a concert just to tell someone they went to a concert, not to actually remember it. Because I forgot what clicked in my head, but I was at a concert one time. I think it was a J. Cole concert. I hadn't picked up my phone at all, but I remember it so blatantly, and I was just like, wow, like, imagine if I filmed this whole thing. Like, I'm not even going to go back and, like, look at these videos.
Right, are you going to be like, no.
Like, oh, okay, cool.
You want to, like, experience it. You want to mosh. Like, you want to, like, you know, like, be in the moment. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy we have the same mindset.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going through your bio, right? And it said you actually collaborated with TLC, Faith Evans, and Sage the Gemini.
That's all about to come out.
Ooh, so that's not even out yet. Okay.
All about to come out. Yeah. So we did, like, a No Scrubs remix.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With TLC?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo.
I know.
That's crazy.
And Sage is like my bro. He's the funniest human being ever. We went to Horror Nights last year, and he was, like, actually more scared than me.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't personally met Sage, but then I always have, like, a Bay Area connection with him.
Always. You know? Always. I was on the phone with him yesterday, and he was just like, what's up? And I'm like, at home. And he was like, at home? Because I'm never home.
Yeah.
But, yeah, nicest human.
How'd you meet Sage?
Well, the track that I did with him, the producer brought him on. Mm-hmm. So that was all through that producer. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And that No Scrubs remix is going to be freaking crazy.
Yeah. It's called Same Lame.
You're saying everything that you can say, right?
I can say all this. No, I can say all this.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the NDAs of the world. I'm not trying to make any, like, horrible edits right now. But that's dope.
No,
do you have like a planned release date for those records?
It's all next year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we just released You Tried It last week. Mm-hmm. We're doing that music video soon in a couple days, which is going to be super fun. Such a dope concept.
What's the concept? As best described.
I mean, you heard the song. It's kind of like a diss track about a guy. So it's just like a lot of, like, attitude, dope locations, dope choreography. Can't wait. I can't wait to film it. I'm so excited about it.
For sure.
Yeah,
what? You could what?
It's
super bright.
Super bright.
I feel like that's your brand though.
I'm never in all black. I can be in a black top, but if I'm in a black top, my bottoms need to be like a Sharpie. Like a neon Sharpie.
I get you. Because people will look at me and be like, bro, you wear like the same black tee and black pants every day. I'm like, but did you see my shoes?
Right. Right.
The shoes are fire. Right. You can't deny that.
No, I love shoes. I love sneakers.
So, Tiana,
Huh?
Oh, yeah, it's filmed in the Batcave, right? The You Tried It video?
It's being filmed in Popsicle.
Okay.
You know that.
Look,
that
see, I don't know what we
studio?
could talk about, but you gave me the green light.
That studio with like the lights, like the low ceiling and the lights.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're getting like an ice cream truck, just for fun.
Isn't that where Frank Ocean did some stuff too?
Probably. I know Kaylani did her video there with Charlie Puth, that one that came out. I mean, everybody shot there, but it always looks different. You know, it depends on like what you go for. And Bad Romance was filmed there. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I like the way you think because I'm a firm believer of like whoever's in a particular room and made something like dope as hell, that creativity kind of just lingers in that area. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I commend you for doing that. You tried a video up in the Batcave and whatnot. It'll be lit.
Yeah, it'll be lit. It's literally lit.
Are all these songs attached to like a project or like what are you doing? You playing the single game right now?
Couple more singles
in terms of music,
to know. But yes, definitely single. What?
Definitely single.
Yes.
You know.
Couple more singles till the EP comes out next year.
Okay. Mm-hmm. For sure. Can't wait for that EP.
Yeah. And you know, in that EP, I'm just happy to have like all songs a part, like a piece of me is in it. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that.
You know, nobody's feeding you the shit to read and perform. Shout out to the former label. Anyways.
I'm feeding them. I'm like, oh, this guy did this. Let's write about that.
There you go.
You know.
Tiana, happy to have you over here, especially during Filipino American History Month.
Of course. I'm glad it worked out that way.
Yeah, it did.
I had no idea.
That's why I was like, I feel like she planned this. But I don't know.
I didn't know. I really didn't.
So I'm going to just go through like a string of final questions before we dip out. What's the tattoo on your right arm?
I have 8.
Oh, you have 8. Tattoos. Okay, so you have 8 tattoos.
Yes.
What do you break down your tattoos?
I'll do it from when I got it. This is 16 in Roman numerals, just because I did, not because I got it when I was 16. I did get it when I was 16, but when I was 16, I was going through like a really tough time, and that's there specifically so I see it. So it's kind of just like a reminder that if you can get through that, you can get through anything.
Tough in terms of literally
life, school, friends, literally like everything.
The whole 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next tattoo I got was this. It's like Aztec hieroglyphs.
Pyramids, looking like?
Yeah, triangles.
Kind of? Mm-hmm. Okay, why'd you get those?
And it means explore, transform, and create, which is because I love traveling, and that was kind of like my tipping point of when I was like, I want to be a better person, so I transform and I create. That's what I do. I'm a creative.
Okay.
And then I have a Japanese paper crane, like an origami crane.
Yeah. Oh, that's ill. Where like
over
kind of
here.
On your leg?
Yeah.
All right.
And that just signifies happiness because, like I just wanted to, because like I said, when I was going through a rough time, that was like when I changed and I was like, all my tattoos have a meaning. And then I got this, which is my dog's.
Your corgis?
Well, that's a corgi, and these 2 are Japanese Spitzes.
Ooh.
Don't know if the camera can
I
see.
like that. I've never seen a tattoo like that before.
Yeah, my best friend designed it.
That's tight. That's tight.
And then I got these because it's pretty obvious. Music. Heart. Because if I flip someone off, I still love you. Bam. And I'm an Aquarius.
January?
Feb.
Okay. When's your birthday?
February 5th.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then, what was next? This one was next. And I got that done by Romeo Lacoste. You know who that is?
Who's that?
He's like the John Boy of LA. You know John Boy Tattoos? He's like a Filipino.
I haven't gotten a tattoo for like 5 years now.
Well, if you want to get one from Romeo. He's dope.
Okay.
He's like in North Hollywood as well.
Everyone's just here.
Everyone's in NoHo. NoHo's
NoHo's the ish.
So this is God is greater than the highs and lows.
Yo, that is crazy because I see it now.
You see
Yo,
it?
that's crazy.
You see it?
That's the G. That's greater than
the highs.
Oh,
and
yo,
lows.
that's crazy.
Right?
I knew I liked that one the most because that was like the first one I noticed, and I was like, I don't know why I'm like gravitated toward it.
That's my favorite one.
That's tight.
And then I designed this, and it kind of means like third time's a charm, because with my music, I've recorded 3 albums worth of songs.
Damn.
Because of a lot of things that's happened, in the industry.
Oh yeah,
snaky things. So everything that's finally being released is from the last one.
I like that.
So yeah.
Well,
all meaningful.
Hopefully.
Oh, I missed one. This one.
A heart that says love?
No, a candy heart that says bet.
That's so crazy.
Because me and my best friend were supposed to get it, and then I got that, and she was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna get it anymore."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Bet.
Are you serious? But I say bet all the time. That's like my word, bet.
I actually just dropped a song called Bet.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it.
I'll play it for you.
Oh
afterwards.
yeah, no, play it.
God, I don't even know. I don't know. That was like 8 questions in one.
Yeah, it's all
I already
my
messed
tattoos.
with it. Dream collaboration, speak it into existence.
JoJo.
There we go.
Or do you know who Aaron Ray is?
Ooh, yes.
Aaron Ray
Aaron
or
Ray's
like
fire.
Tone Stith.
Yo, I love your music taste. We just need to roll one up and like listen to music.
Right.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And
okay.
have you heard of this guy called 1111?
Jesus Christ. I was just put on about him maybe like a month ago.
He has this track called Listen. Ooh.
It's fire.
Okay. Yeah, listen to listen.
Well, if anything ever happens with Tiana and 1111 or Aaron Ray, I expect my 10% because we spoke it into existence in this video.
I got you. Manifest it. Gotta give it to Nico.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, you should come.
Just let me know whenever it is. I'll pull up.
Yeah, for sure.
Tiana, where can everybody find you?
So all my socials are my name, Twitter, Instagram, and my Facebook and my website. It's all Tiana Kocher, which is TianaKocher.
There you go, Tiana Kocher. This is the Lunch Table, Food for Thought. I'm Nico Blitz, and we are out, everybody. Yay!